So hopefully you saw in my YouTube short that my trailer completely just kind of tore apart at the boat ramp yesterday. So today we're gonna have to jump into that and fix a bunch of stuff because I can't even drive with it like this, to be honest. Picked up a bunch of stuff. I got these brackets from Northern Tool, and then they didn't have 3-inch like U-bolts like these that kind of wrap around. So I couldn't find them at Home Depot either. So I just got this. I'm gonna cut it into sections and then bolt it on that way. And I got some washers and some nuts, and then I got some flat protective enamel that I'm gonna spray on all this stuff, and then really along like the whole trailer, and kind of stop the rust from letting what happened yesterday happen ever again. So stay tuned for that. I'm not gonna take it to the boat ramp because there's just so many people. Yesterday I had to walk a mile from the truck to the boat in the water and then back. So usually when I work on a trailer, I go and I put the boat in the water and then I just drive back here and I do trailer work, or I'll just do it in the parking lot. But considering that's like way too crazy, have to wait in line for a while just to put the boat in the water, I figure I'm just gonna try and maybe jack the boat up and just get it off of the trailer, maybe something like that. I'm gonna go for it here in a second. Also, to be noted, I've had these soaking in some WD-40 like all night. I would come and spray a little extra every couple of hours, both sides. I was gonna replace this winch, but everything looks pretty good. Even the bolts aren't rusted out or anything, and it's functional, so I might just restore it, maybe throw some black paint on there. But in the last video I threw some surface shield on everything, so it's all kind of slimy still, so I'll have to wash that off before I paint anything. But I guess I'm gonna jack it up if I even can. Even the ratchet's all crusty. There we go. Don't worry, I got the Sawzall out if those bolts prove to be a little too rusty. And I got the angle grinder. I got all the tools that I could need for the job. So, all right, let me get my jack. I'm gonna have to think of something else, because obviously I can lift up the back, but in order to get these bunks out of there, I need to lift up the whole thing. So, let me think. Wait, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't have to get the bunks out of there. I just have to lift it up on this side and then lift up on the other side. So I can just start taking bolts off and brackets off, lift up the back side, and you see what I'm saying. I'm kind of lost. It's hot out here, but I don't have to take the whole boat up off of the bunks. I just have to take them off. Wait, like, I don't even think I have to take the bunks off at all. You're with me in real time on this. Like, yeah, no, I just need to support it for when I take these brackets off. But if I take this one off, replace it, take the other one off, replace it, one up here, replace it, and so forth, I can just jack up each point. Yeah, well, I don't know what I was thinking. I'm gonna just put some support under here and then get to taking off this first bracket. I'm gonna take a crack at it with the old socket wrench, but if it doesn't work, I'm trying to hit it with the impact, see what happens. I mean, they don't look, this might be difficult, but we'll see. Need to grab a breaker bar. If I had a wire brush, it'd be really useful right now to hit those threads, but I'm gonna come over the top with a breaker bar and just, no way, no way. No shot. That's crazy. Wow. Hopefully we get lucky with all of them, man. That'd be sweet. Let's see, get up there with the breaker bar. No way, I thought I was gonna be out here for hours with that Sawzall. Never mind, that one actually stripped. So that's usually why I don't use power tools. Get in there, boy. All right, let's try that again. All right. Now, we just gotta get it off. Get the socket off before the nut comes off. There we go. Okay, got that one off, which is sweet. Stoked about that. Now I guess we just got to get the ones in the wood, and then I can jack it up and replace it. Probably throw the jack right here under the wood, lift it up. This wood sucks though. Look at all these little JB Weld that I haven't seen before. How about that? Oh, this whole plate that I haven't seen before. Wow. Okay. Just maybe open a can of worms. It's crazy that there's not really any leaks. So, I mean, I didn't see it if you didn't see it. See, she was already broken off. That's what happened yesterday at the boat ramp. Basically every single bracket broke off. So I'm thinking these nuts or screws or whatever they used might be a little more of a pain. Look, that's crazy. The last people didn't even let it dry before they sold it. Whatever. This is my problem now. If this proves to be too much of a problem, I might not even have to take them off. I might be able to just move it a little bit. I guess that would require... Alright, now I gotta get them things off. And I guess I do have to get the screws all the way out if I want to reuse these screw holes. So I'm gonna try with the vice grips. If that doesn't work, I might hit a angle grinder on each side, try and give a smooth surface for a socket maybe. I don't know. I for sure gotta figure out a better way to do this because I got 6 more. See if I can just pop it off. The wood's probably rotted anyway, so it might work. Yeah, that worked way easier. Wow. I guess this one cut clean off. This one's still in there. So, I mean, I guess it's just the angle of the Sawzall. I couldn't get a good angle on this one. But, I mean, that's not good because she's still up there somewhere. I don't even see her. Where is she? Interesting. I don't have any brushes of any kind, if you can't tell. So, gotta take one of these brackets, line her up, and then this is the new bracket for up top going into the wood, and then this is what I'm gonna use to be like a backing plate right here. So I just gotta cut these down to size and then start bolting things together, I guess. So I want to have at least one hole up here coming out of the top. Just flatten this out the best that we can. I'd like to have one hole up here and then 2 holes down here in this bottom slot. 1, 2, and then mark it. And then that'll be the new section. I guess we can skip one. Do 1 hole, 2, mark it. We only need 4 of these. And then that'll be the new hole. Mark it. Mark it. Mark it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I might even make them a little longer each. This is what we're left with. I only needed 4, so we got an extra one. But this is one of the situations where I did want big U-bolts, but I couldn't find them anywhere. I went to West Marines, Northern Tools, Home Depots, Lowe's. They didn't make 3-inch U-bolts. But I mean, even the 2-inch U-bolts were like $15 a piece, with the nuts and everything. And this whole bar was $11. So I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna go with it. It's a fix for now. It's not a permanent fix, because obviously it is load bearing. But I mean, the load is gonna be resting on the bolt. So the backing plate is kind of just holding the bolts in place. So we might be able to get away with it for a little while, but it's just a easy fix for right now until I can hunt down some 3-inch U-bolts. So this is what I have made up. It's on there, trust me. Kind of banged this metal into place, give it a more uniform look rather than just kind of hanging down there. I mean, it's strong. I'm gonna run some of these bolts up here, and then well, I guess rinse and repeat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more times, and then probably call it a day. Come back out tomorrow, paint it. I mean, if you're in a bind, this isn't a bad little rig up. I have the bracket on this side. This one was just toasted and they didn't have another bracket at Northern Tool. I only got 4. So I'm gonna have to do one here, and the same on the other side and just skip this middle piece. But when I did this one, the wood up top was just so rotted out. I actually am gonna I basically jacked up this side of the boat and just going to slide the plank down. This would be a great time to switch out the plank for wood that's not rotted, but not today. I know it looks super wet, but where I got both of these screws in, they were pretty tight, nice and dry. And looky here, I found another plate riveted on and JB welded on. Oh, there's one over there too, and I would assume there's one in the back. Yeah, this might be the sketchiest John boat I've ever worked on. Hence the name Sketchy John. I mean, you live up to it, buddy. I kind of found a rhythm though on kind of just like beating these brackets off instead of wasting my time trying to unscrew them, but just beating them off and then putting these new ones on. Whatever, I'm exhausted. It's nice out though. If she didn't look so good up top, I would have already sunk this thing. But every time I stand up and peep up top, it keeps me going, I guess. It's so hot out here. Did I just say beat them off? Oh man. This is the side that actually broke off yesterday at the boat ramp. So you can see I just ripped off the trailer brake wires, or the trailer light wires, and just kind of tied them on. To be honest, I knew it was all bad. I thought this was the only side that broke off though. It was actually both sides. just finished up this side. It is what it is, man. I was looking at it and I just copied what was here before as far as how like this is facing whatever. My thought is that it would be more structurally sound if this was the opposite way, but that's not how it was on here previously. I know it failed, so I probably should not do it this way, but I'm just copying what it was before. But yeah, I am taking note that it seems like it would be more structural if this was over here. But I just finished up this side. I'm gonna leave it loose and go do those two. That way I can lift the boat up and these won't be bolted down, and I can move the plank a little further so I can get to some dry wood. And yeah, moving right along. Just buttoned up the last bolt, which means I'm pretty much done. Now it's just paint. Pretty stoked. I'm exhausted, but boy, happy to be done. Let's review. This one on there good. This one on there good. Bypass the middle, terrible idea, don't ever do that. I'm just gonna have to wait until Northern Tool has a couple more brackets, and then I'll get in there and finish that up. But I mean, it's a light boat, so hopefully these 4 points will do it justice. But honestly, my channel should just be called Better Than It Was, because it's not perfect. It's definitely not like to spec by any means. It's not like OSHA's not approving of any of this, but it's better than it was, because yesterday it wasn't even drivable. So I'm gonna clean some stuff up. Got rust just all over the driveway, little pieces of broken bolts all around, so I'm gonna have to be pretty diligent sweeping this stuff up. And then if we still got some daylight, I will throw some paint on this thing. Just a bag of rust. Cleaned up the driveway, moved the skiffer over to the grass. I'm gonna hit it with some alcohol, try and get some of that surface shield off of everywhere, and then gonna shoot it with some black. I wiped it down really well. The surface shield came off nicely with the alcohol. So now I'm just gonna give it a blow, dry it off, and then it's time for paint. I'm using a Rust-Oleum flat protective enamel. I didn't really want to paint the whole thing, but those would definitely just rust away first day in the salt water. So they need at least a little something. A little enamel go a long way. Literally just finished spraying, so it's still all wet. She's on there good though. I didn't spray any of this stuff because I'm gonna replace this, and after I do that, I also ran out of paint, man. What's the point in lying, you know? But I am gonna replace that, and I did run out of paint. She came a long way in a day. Once she dries, she'll look all like proper. I'm not mad about it though. I think it looks sweet. Definitely gonna last a lot longer now. All that's left is leaf springs, but I literally can't find anywhere that sells those leaf springs. I can't find them anywhere. I'm gonna have to call like Continental themselves or something. But yeah. Always the disclaimer that this is not a how-to video. You absolutely shouldn't do things how I do them. I cut a lot of corners and I do a lot of sketchy stuff. But every once in a while I make something a little better than it was. And the Sketchy John, man, if this was like a high-class boat like the Backcountry or the Yellowfin, boy, I'm not touching it with spray paint at all. I'm not touching it with the wrong metal at all. I'm not cutting any corners. But you got a sketchy flat bottom, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. They're kind of made to be sketchy. There's a lot of bugs out here. It's hot. It's been a long day. I'm covered in rust and bug bites and dirt from rolling around. Probably some like dog poo from rolling around under this trailer. But all in a day's work. She looks all right. Can't wait to get this puppy on the water. Maybe give this trailer a day or two to dry. See if I need to hit it in any other spots. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. I'm gonna go hop in the pool with the wife and the baby. And yeah, appreciate you tuning in. If you made it to the end of the video, you're a legend. And hope to see you in the next one. Hopefully it's a fun one and not something that we gotta fix. But if we do, we'll do it. We'll get it done. Appreciate you watching. Peace. Heck yeah, I got under there, painted every nook and cranny. This is where I read all my hate comments from, you motherfuckers. Have a good night, everyone. Peace.